And then do you see, different like social media channels as a huge opportunity for SaaS?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If it's business to consumer, it's going to be really important that you're going to be, that you do that. I believe that a lot of the things you're trying to do with social media has to do a lot with what we call interruption marketing. Okay. So one of the challenges that you have sometimes as a SaaS company is you're solving a unique problem. The problem is that so many people don't even know that problem has been solved. And so they rarely search for a solution to that problem. They just assume that problem is always there. And so what happens is that a lot of these software companies come in and they're disrupting an industry, but they have very little SEO search volume.
Right.
Nobody's really looking to have this thing solved. Sometimes they're solving something that, you know what I mean? That, I mean, you can finish my sentence here. They're solving a problem they didn't even know they had.
Definitely. So because they have no search volume, they have no domain authority, right?
Yeah.
So that's a major issue because nobody's looking for them. And then even if somebody's looking for them, they're not ranking.
Yep. Okay. And so what you got to do then is you got to try to take more of a disruption or an interruption marketing approach. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you work really hard to get a really good target audience. Mm-hmm. You work in things like Facebook and other platforms to develop a lookalike audience. Gotcha. And then when they're going out and they're living their life, you're going to find companies who might be a good fit. And then you're going to try to interrupt their pattern. Gotcha. So we have a potential client and they have probably one of the most innovative, how would you describe what OME Gear is doing? Like, how would you describe what that is?
It's basically a new spin on a, travel, backpack, beach, chair, lounge type device. That's a kind of a 1 in 5 type solution. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what we found, we go to the beach, I got kids, and lugging all that stuff to the beach is the worst.
Yeah. Or watching your wife lug it. That's horrible.
So what this OME bag does is not only is it a chair, but it also it's built with like a net on it. And so it's going to carry all of your stuff. And then they spent almost 20 years working on the wheels and doing all that really cool stuff. Right.
So it goes across the sand smoothly.
Yeah. You know what I mean? All that stuff. But a lot of times it's also like military grade. Like they're trying to sell to the military. That's how robust and awesome it is. The thing is though, is that very few people are going to have that search that says, hey, you know what? That's a problem I need to solve. Right. They might be searching at how do I describe it? Like at a $20 solution level, but they're not trying to solve it at a robust level that's going to have high integrity and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So if I know that search might not be critical for them, I mean, I think it would be critical for them, but not as critical as, let's say hypothetically they found a competitor, and let's say hypothetically that competitor or that target audience is someone that likes products by like Yeti. Mm-hmm. What I would do is I would be able to find out who are the audiences that really are not brand loyal, but really like Yeti's quality and their service and the integrity of their products. And then what I do is I strategically market to that audience through interruption marketing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like it's like you're cherry picking someone else's audience.
Okay, good. That makes a lot of sense. Any last closing thoughts you have for our audience, specifically as it relates to the difficulty of SaaS marketing?
Yeah. It's always, and I get this question, there's always a lot of bias. Yeah. Marketing is moving so fast.
Yeah.
And that you can try to handle it with one guy or one person or trying to handle it internally. But I think you and I were talking before, there's one blog for every 7 people on the planet.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So
unless your internal staff member knows how to communicate your products and service, you're literally a needle in a stack of needles. Mm-hmm. So you're going to need a subject matter expert that knows how to win, knows how to get eyeballs on it, knows the most modern approaches to do that. Okay. And what I would recommend is that you kind of leave it in the hands of the pros, because it's going to, you're going to save time and ultimately you're going to save money.
Gotcha. And not only that, but if you've taken on VC money or you have investment, like you've got to show a return in a short amount of time, or those investors are going to back out or want their money back. Correct. So there is not only this rush to get orders and succeed, but you've got even more pressure because you've got outside money that you gotta make good on.
That's right.